I am one of 4 siblings, and the other 3 are here as well. My sister Julie Sheen, my brother Jim Stewart, and my other brother Tim Stewart. Our dad was a husband, a father, a brother, a grandfather, and a great-grandfather. He lived a long and productive and very full life, lasted 87 years. It is hard to summarize that life in a few words, but I will try today. He was the glue that held together our branch of the Stewart clan. It's indicative of the strength of that bond that the entire clan is here today, except for Jim's son David and his family, his wife Yoko and their son Sho. My math is correct, there are 17 of the 20 Tom Stewart clan members here today. Dad had a lifelong commitment to learning and won the county scholarship that allowed him to continue into grade 12. Many years ago, my dad's sister Wilma told me that it was a good thing that he was such a good student because he wasn't much of a farmer. Wilma recounted the story of him out plowing the field with horses while reading a book and hoping that the horse had enough sense to stay in the furrow. When I asked him about that childhood story, Dad looked me in the eye and said straight-faced, "The trouble with plowing is the scenery never changes. All you see is the backside of the horses in front of you." The words that my dad used were a little different in the term that I just quoted. What he actually said is closer to the title of the Aesop fable, The Horse and the Ass. To Dad, those words were not random words spoken in jest. He never had a lot of patience with people who were behaving foolishly. In our family, he had also heard those words before on occasion. Sometimes our mother would get a little frustrated with her dad and call him a great horse's whatever. Dad's commitment to education gave him the opportunity to join the RCAF as a pilot trainee. That was important to my father and our dad because, as anyone who knew him would attest, Dad always wanted to be in the driver's seat. He never wanted to be a passenger. Dad saw a lot in his lifetime. He saw a world ravaged by war. When he served as a pilot in World War II, he saw firsthand the tragedy that war can bring. He dragged troop gliders behind enemy lines. He also dropped undercover agents behind enemy lines who he was never even allowed to see or talk to. He medevaced concentration camp survivors, and he witnessed some of the early days of the Nuremberg Tribunal. Those events, at the age of 20, had a lasting impression on how he lived his life, and more importantly, on how he raised us. After his time in Europe, Dad returned to Manitoba, went to university, and met and married our mother. He continued his military career throughout the Cold War, working on such noteworthy projects as the Ergo Arrow and the Western European Military Communication Grid for NATO. Upon his retirement from the military, after 29 years of service, he went on to the Department of Communications, where he spent a further 11 years on highly classified communication systems development, mostly for military, but also for some civilian purposes. Retirement followed with summers at White Lake and winters in Westlaco, Texas, until our mother became too afflicted by multiple sclerosis to travel. Our father's behavior towards and commitment to our mother during her lengthy battle with that nasty illness underscores the values of honor, dignity, respect, decency, and duty that were the hallmarks of the way that Dad lived his life. After Mom's passing in 1997, Dad went on to marry a longtime family friend named Jocelyn O'Donnell. Jocelyn does not travel well, and unfortunately cannot be here today, but we owe her a lot for her commitment to Dad's well-being during his declining years. Growing up at home, we were all encouraged to have an opinion, and share it in a free-ranging debate around the dining room table, or the living room, or wherever we happened to be when the debate started, which it did often. Dad made it abundantly clear to all of us that he was truly proud of his children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. He was proud of the way we had grown up, and proud of the way we had lived our lives. Family gatherings are a particularly fond memory, with Dad sitting in his lazy-boy recliner and smiling like the proverbial Cheshire cat as he watched the ebb and the flow of the extended family swirl around his living room. In closing, as we gather here today, to remember and commemorate his life, we bid our Father farewell. Confident in the knowledge that his values and attributes live on in us, and content in the knowledge that he will soon rest in peace, just north of here, beside the greatest love of his life, our Mother Dorothy. Thank you.
We commend to Almighty God our brother Tom, and we commit these ashes to their final resting place, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
On your mark. Get set. Here's some more. Hayden, over here. Hayden. Hayden.
What are you looking at?
Still got some here.
Oh, I can't.
Say thank you.
What kind of raffle did you see that in? I don't know if I've ever seen it. Isn't that interesting? I collected a couple.
Time is when it's noisy. Everybody's talking. I hate to interrupt you.
Unfortunately, the young guys got hosed.
Do you think this will improve my game?
Yes. Well, the best score on the worst team.
The best score and the worst team.
I think we're going to miss. Yeah, I think you're right.
You never know. Your golfers that have lots of real good umbrellas.
It was the last app, so.
Oh, okay.
Hubba